Gimme. My God. Scammer is still trying to get me. Now, one of these days I'm going to need to tell this scammer that I know they're a scammer. But not today, just one of these days. Oh, okay. Now let's get some stuff out of the way again. I see. I'll need to work on that too. Oh, that's no fun. Yeah, for real. You know, just one of the largest companies ever. Okay, so we'll be taking apart a Spartan Harsey in S35VN for cleaning. And then after that, we'll sharpen it. T10, hopefully. T15, damn. Big boy stuff. Good for you guys at Spartan. Working with T15s. Hell yeah. Not all the way around though. Probably T10s on the other ones. No. T8? Don't give me that. Oh, you turds. Okay. Let's straighten this out a little bit. Then we'll start taking it apart. Oh. You're one of those. No way. I need two. Ooh, that's gonna suck. Give me just a minute. Dang, I lost everybody because I left for a minute. Anyway. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I can figure it out. Thank you, though. Oh, this is going to be fun. Damn. Jesus. How long of a screw can you use? I'm going to send the guy a link. I forgot to send him a link to the stream. Okay, now that we got that out at least. Share. Copy link. And messenger. Damn, that whole thing is covered in Loctite. There. Bunch of dead skin in there. What do you expect from a knife that's been carried for, what did he say, every day since 2019? Oh, thank God. Well, at least that one was easy. Gonzo, what's up? How thick is the blade? Very. I don't have the calipers out right now. Oh, it's pry bar time. I don't even know why I keep sharpening this thing. keep sharpening this thing and then I use it as a pry bar and then it gets dull again and then I sharpen it again. So that's the clean. Okay. Look at all that. Green titanium. I love how fun titanium can be. Lots of color options. Time for our sponsor, me, with Q-tips. I use a crap ton of these things because it works. Oh, that's loose. I don't think that's supposed to be loose. Ooh, it's a T6 though. Therein lies the question. Am I able to tighten or loosen this? Okay, I'm going to get a decent amount of pressure on that so I don't strip tool or... Okay. Yeah, that came loose just fine. I think that all the main screws and stuff are already out. Use my pry bar. Get that washer up. Well, that's dumb that North Carolina doesn't allow Tontos. My God, I would love it if this scammer would like stop texting me for the moment. Don't get me wrong, I want to mess with you later, but not right now. Oh, look at that. That's the color that this knife was originally. I'm going to go through a lot of Q-tips. I know it's a dude playing as a chick, but leave me alone, you know? I'm live streaming. Where'd my trash can go? Damn it. Over there. Okay. More isopropyl alcohol. Yes, but I'm trying to drag this out for as long as possible to make it entertaining to the people that are watching. Believe me, if I used a microfiber, this would be done a lot quicker. But you guys don't sit here to watch me use a microfiber. Yet for some reason coming from you, that doesn't surprise me, Gonzo. Here pretty soon I'll have a A Chris Reeve and Cosi up for sale. It's a Tonto though, so I don't know if anybody's interested or not. Yeah, that also wouldn't surprise me. He's our special little guy around here. More money than he knows what to do with, kind of a thing, I guess. I mean, if you're lighting your knives on fire because of that. Speak like Yoda, I do not. Yeah. Now, he also wants me tuning it. Not charging any extra for the tuning or anything, because that's just part of cleaning to me. Yeah, I'll be doing that. They are, they're well worn. No. No Spidey hole today. So we got the frame side done. Other than the outside. We might do the outside a little bit better, but I really don't think that it needs it. So now there's the question, since this thing has massive washers, but no holes in the washers, will it benefit from grease or oil? Oh, that green's coming right back. Look at all that dirt. Honestly, I think that they're a little bit bigger than the Sebenza washers. They're not as big as the Nkosi, but they are really big. Wow, this thing really was a beautiful green when he got it. Well, it's grease or oil. It's one of the two. I don't use both. I tried both, and it actually turns it tacky, and then it's sticky the whole time, which is weird because you'd think with two lubricants it wouldn't do that, but Tony's the guy that owns it. I asked him before I started the stream if he wanted me to do this off stream or not, and he said he doesn't care, so we're doing it on stream. Wonderful. Yeah, he seemed like a nice guy, but I've only talked to him once, so I don't know. I know nothing about him other than he owns a horsey and a Damascus kitchen knife, which I will also be sharpening. I don't usually do kitchen knives, but it's a 7-inch and not like an 8 or 10-inch, so no, this is his knife that he bought back in 2019 before I even got into knives. I think I got my first knife when I was 6. I don't know. I kind of wish I still had my first knife, but considering the last time I saw it, it wasn't all in one piece. I kind of don't want it. I kind of want it just to say this is where my collection started, but other than that, Damn. Yeah, they don't do shit like that anymore. Oh, that turned out nice. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna sharpen it. I sure hope so. Once we're done cleaning it. And I have to tighten the thumb studs again because when I got it, they were loose. And I can actually unscrew them. So now we have the whole knife taken apart. Other than the pocket clip and the clip cover. Or the filler tab or whatever you want to call it. Damn, that's dirty. He said he's been carrying it daily since 2019. And then it was dull about this time last year to the point where it wasn't even useful anymore. And he keeps on bringing up that to himself that he needs to have it sharpened, but never really did. Then my thing on Facebook Marketplace showed up, and he's like, you know what? Let's go for it. So that's where we're at now, is all the maintenance that's been probably ignored for the last 6 years or so is being done now. No, I think a brand new one of these, not in S35 VN because they don't make them in that steel anymore, but I think a brand new one of these will run you between 300 and 600. There's one at my local knife shop for 305, but it's in S45 VN. And I'm definitely not saying that S45 VN is a bad steel. I'm just saying I would prefer the modern steels. It's kind of the same with this one. S35 VN is a good steel. They just make better stuff now. This is a Spartan Harsey folder. Harsey. Let me go ahead and take this to a microfiber real quick. There's just a ton of loose dust on this thing, and I wanted to take care of that. And we'll do deep cleaning now. You know what's funny is I didn't realize S30V is like 25 years old, which is older than I am. And S35VN's newer than that. And apparently S45VN hasn't been around very long. Yep. S30V, and then S35VN came out, and then S45VN came out, and then just about everybody replaced S45 with MagnaCut nowadays. Spyderco still hasn't. Their base models are S30V, and then the next step is S45. What Leatherman did you get, and what do you think? Because I think that they're priced too high for the materials. The knives, anyway, not the multi-tools. BD1N is like, if I'm not mistaken, a really basic steel. When I get this thing back together, I'm going to clean the blade a little bit better. There are certain things that I'm unable to do at the moment without cleaning it better or without having it together. I don't want to get hurt, so. Oh, the PD1 micro melt. Okay. They didn't do a whole lot of those, I don't think. with the maroon scales. God damn, they put a lot of Loctite on this thing. All those threads are covered in Loctite. But it didn't come out or come off without me trying. So I suppose that's what they were trying to do. I won't use as much as they use. Gonna wipe these off. Leatherman arc. Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do is move all of this over a little bit. And we're gonna do a little bit of polishing on these. Yeah. Definitely needs that. So I gotta go grab all my polishing stuff real quick. Yeah, I've got a Wave Plus. We're going with 3000 grit and then polish as per usual on one side and then a little bit of grease. How's your day going? I don't think I've ever seen your name, but what's up? That didn't do shit because I wasn't pushing on it. As for you, Looking a lot better. I think we'll leave it at that on that one. Now, I would polish mine a whole lot further, but it isn't mine, so. I would have sanded it down further too, but again, not mine. Oh, beautiful. Now for reassembly. It'd help if I cleaned that off real quick. Start putting this bad boy back together. So that was designed to be loose. This whole treatment's $20. There's another guy in the area that does it for 30, but it's mostly just because I do the sharpening. And I don't use power tools, so you pay for not using power tools, I guess. What's up, Quinn? How's it going? It is 2 o'clock here. We'll take the pocket clip off here in a minute. Yeah, but I don't do polishing. I do cleaning. Howdy. Beautiful. Oh, this thing's going to be amazing when I'm done. I think we're also going to Loctite the thumb studs. And then I need a chunk of leather to clamp around one of them so that I don't do any harm to the thumb studs themselves. Okay. A little bit of grease. No, we do that after it's put together. Because I don't need that thing spinning while I'm trying to tighten it. How's it going? Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is the stuff that I'm currently using. Super cheap from Harbor Freight, but it works wonders on this stuff. It is 207. It's amazing how much torque you can get on these things with something so small. Oh, dude, that is smooth. Yeah, it's a long ass screw. It goes almost all the way through. Okay, so the last bit of cleaning that I needed to do required me to have the handle on it. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be covering the blade in isopropyl alcohol and then pressing it up against a microfiber and cleaning it that way. Get all the tape residue and stuff off. No, I probably wouldn't use it to cut food either, but another thing to keep in mind is it's sanitized now because I used isopropyl alcohol. Kills just about everything. So there isn't anything living on the blade, at least. Now, quick paper test. So that is the before test. And now it's time for cleaning. Now I don't want to put these tools away, but oh yeah, no, this thing definitely isn't sharp. But that's why it was brought to me, so we're gonna fix that. And we'll leave the thumb studs off until I'm done. I don't think that I'm gonna hurt them, but they're already off, so why put them back on? How to Merry Christmas? I don't know. How do you Merry Christmas? Can you Merry Christmas? These are the questions that everybody's asking, obviously. Oh, this thing's going to sharpen up so nice. You can only marry the Christmas tree. Oh, darn. So you can't marry Christmas then. That sucks. Just a sec, guys. Is my speaker broken now? Do I sound like crap? I hope I don't sound like crap now. It's one of the biggest downsides of taking a call while streaming. Well, good. So that was the Chris Reeve shop that called. Matthew, nice guy, said that they've finished reblasting the Nkosi. So that thing's going to look brand new. Oh, dude, this is easy. even though it has a recurve, it's not that bad on this one. Being that it's S35 instead of any of the harder steels. It is a little bit soft, but it's not like overwhelmingly soft. Oh, got a burr up towards the belly on it. He broke the tip too. This thing's easy. Honestly, it's one of the easier steels that I've dealt with. Material gets removed pretty quick. It's actually a pretty nice experience. With all the MagnaCut that I've been dealing with and Maximit and 15V, this thing's a nice little refresher. Yeah, but carbon steel is like so easy. If that's the only stuff that you can, if you can only sharpen carbon steels, you're not a knife sharpener. Let's be honest with ourselves. It depends on the hardness. That Chris Reeve MagnaCut's pretty hard. So it's not like hard to sharpen, it's just hard. The burr breaks off really nice and easy. Well, since this is taking a little bit longer than I want it to, let's give my new gift a test, a real test. Yes, I do make money from this. Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't sound great. It's because we just hopped down from a 400 grit to a 120 grit. You're right on this, though. It does cut quick. Really, really nice for reprofiling. I appreciate this, man. Yeah. Honestly, in the amount of time that I was sitting there on the 400, removed about the same amount as I just removed like this. This thing is quick. It sounds like shit, but when you get into the low grit stuff, they all sound like shit. Well, yeah, I'm a stubborn guy. What does that have to do with this? Gotta fix the tip on it. Well, how often are you reprofiling a knife, though? Because I won't reprofile with anything above 400. It doesn't remove stuff fast enough. I don't use power tools. I don't enjoy using power tools. They remove too much material too quickly. And with something like this, where it's got a slight recurve, you're just going to completely remove that recurve, which I would much prefer to do. But it isn't my knife. No, I'd much rather do it by hand. I don't enjoy how quickly power tools work. You run the risk of making a mistake. And that mistake, in my experience so far, I haven't been able to fix it. Specifically the grinder incident when I was profiling a sword with a bench grinder, and it got pulled into the grinder. Completely destroyed that thing, and there was nothing I could do about it. Not much. How's your day going? We've got one more knife to sharpen after this, too. And I'm definitely using this stone to do it. Should be really quick. Yes, I've made mistakes here and there on my knives where I screw up the angle. I've never made that mistake on somebody else's, and I would hate to start today. But yeah, every once in a while you make a mistake. I think I already have like the ultimate set. I'm pretty happy with this stuff. I don't like fixed angle systems. I just don't. There's a physics reason why, and it's stupid until um, I'd have to explain it on a whiteboard or some shit. It takes a bit of time to explain it. Oh, I don't enjoy the process of sharpening very often. This one was pretty enjoyable because of how easy it was. Well, this is S35VN and it doesn't like high grit, so don't get me wrong, those fixed angle sharpening systems are insanely good for consistency, and that's about it. Well, it doesn't give a shit what you like, so on this one I'll probably leave it at 400. I'd go higher, but it doesn't need higher. S35VN is a diva steel, and it doesn't give a shit what you like. Sometimes I'm really, really glad I'm a YouTuber because some of the shit that I get to talk about is hilarious. Now, it's only hilarious to people that are also in the hobby, as far as I am. Like the Diva Steels. Who came up with the Diva Steel thing? Trying to remember who that was. That shit was funny. Like, way too funny for its own good. Dude, 15V is a Diva Steel. Don't you know? You're from Turkey. Damn. How's it going over there? I believe everybody in here likes knives. You're with good company. I don't know who your homeboy is. So, you're gonna give him the Diva-iest steel, which really isn't that bad. It's going all right here. Not a whole lot that's super interesting lately. I'd much rather have nothing interesting going on than something interesting but bad going on. Well, I enjoyed the 15V very much. That is a Spartan. Spartan. And the model is called Harsey. Harsey. We're stepping it up because 400 didn't leave the edge that I wanted it to. This is a 1000 grit, yeah. I'm using it for final burr removal and stuff. I've noticed. What make or what? Their XHP is nice. That plate that I was using is an SATC, and you can get that one on Amazon for like 22 bucks. The stones, I think I only used one actual stone, and that one was, Aiden can tell you what that one was. It says it on the box here. Grind knife sharpening stone. I haven't messed with Vanax yet. So I'm going to take care of the rest of this one tonight. I want to get started on the other one so that I can go pick up that that Nkosi from the Chris Reeve shop. Oh, where's the other knife? There you are. So I don't usually do kitchen knives. However, it shouldn't be too bad. No, pawn shop doesn't have shit for kitchen knives. I was thinking about starting with the 120, yes. It needs a full reprofile, but it shouldn't be super bad. Now, I'm not doing a super thin edge. Like, I could probably do just fine. I may try and follow the factory edge on this. It just depends. We'll see. Before we move forward, I'm going to move my toolbox. Perfect. Fully reprofiled. It's a mix of water, oil, and isopropyl alcohol. Well, that was quick. Why would this leave scratches? I hate that. Yeah, this is doing exactly what it's meant to do. And I'm already done reprofiling. I just hate it when there's one diamond chunk sticking out and then the edge gets stuck on it. Yeah, what he said. I'm not a noob. I kind of know what I'm doing sometimes. And yes, I know I'm stepping up to 1,000. I don't need somebody to tell me. It's going fine. We'll see you later. You have a good one as well. Okay. Stan, what's up? Welcome back. It's been a bit since you've been around. Okay, so now we're going to step back down to a 320. No, I still suck with kitchen knives. I mean, we'll find out if I really suck with kitchen knives right now, but I don't enjoy doing them. They're actually one of my least favorite things to do. I promise you, if you're not already finishing with a strop is your next move. Stropping is a game changer. So I learned on folding knives. Stan, go buy a strop. I missed the tip. Just trust me, a strop changes everything. Even if you think you suck, a strop will make a huge difference. The stuff I use is 5 micron. And I'll use that after 400 grit as well as after 3000 grit. So I think I'd stick with 5 if I were you. No, I strop after. But sometimes I finish at 400 grit. Okay. Now we're stepping down to a 500. Would you like it again, or? It's not like I forgot it, considering I'm still using it. And I haven't changed it a whole lot. So it is in a 2-ounce bottle. You want 15 drops of mineral oil, 80 drops of isopropyl alcohol, 70%, 2 drops of Dawn dish soap, and like almost 2 ounces of water. It does work very well. Okay. Next grit, 1800. This one will be going to a full mirror, or at least as close to a full mirror as I can go. Because that's kind of just how kitchen knives are done. I'm going to be honest, a full 3K finish, once you've already hit the 500, it's not that far off. It's like 5 or 10 passes on each side after you hit 500. And then you strop it, and that's it. Practice. How many hours of practice do you think I have in sharpening? Uh, practice makes consistent. I'd go, the stuff that I buy, or that I bought anyway, was on Blade Binge from Lacey. So if you go on to Blade Binge and look up, no, this one's 3K. I don't have an 800. Sure, but how many hours do you think? Because I've kept track. $500 plus is a good guess. I still have a burr that I'm working on. 200's a good guess. I have almost 250 hours in sharpening. There's a couple dings in there. You won't notice them when you move fast, which is exactly why I go slow. It'll probably suck, yeah. I'll be honest, I'm going to sharpen those out later because I have something else that I need. I need to go pick up that in Nkosi before they close. And I don't think that 3000 grit is low enough to take the chips out. Yep. That is one of the things about it is once you hit your first 100 hours of consistently good sharpening, everything else moves pretty quick. Unless you're reprofiling, then that's going to take a while. Still need to finish the RC2. That sucks. Those chips are actually able to be seen. Just barely, but they're there. Which means the 1800 isn't enough to fix it. Favorite blade shape is a sheep's foot. Super easy to sharpen. Yes, those chips are probably from the 120. But don't worry about it. God, that chip is huge. You'd need a microscope to see it, unless you're really paying attention. One of them is too small to see, but it's there. I'm getting paid to sharpen these things. Oh, yeah, I see them both. Okay. Well, at least there's only two. I will be finishing this later. I need to go pick up that Nkosi. I'm almost tempted to get myself one of these. It's nice and smooth now that I'm done cleaning it. It sounds terrible, but it's smooth. I have no clue what percent her compound is. I know it works. I didn't ask questions. You can ask her if you want, but I don't have answers for you on that one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any knowledge on that shit either. I'm a knife guy, not a sharpening guy. I'm just good at sharpening. So, yeah, I'm going to finish these things later on stream. So, probably when I get back home. But I need a break. I really don't like doing kitchen knives. Very, very uncomfortable on my end. Wonder how quickly that'll dry. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and then I'll come back later to finish both the Harsey and the kitchen knife. And then I've got 5 more kitchen knives that I need to do. Those are going to suck. All right, we'll see you later, Bob. Rick, you have a good one. Stan, we might talk later or something and get stuff figured out. But we'll see you guys later.